Joining us now, American Defense International Chair Van Hipp. Van, welcome back to the program. We want your comments on this. We want your comments really on Russian meddling, because that's very much your bailiwick. You're a cybersecurity guy. You know what this is all about. Do you expect our president to lay down the law with Putin and say, knock it off or else? Do you think he'll say that?
Well, first of all, I agree with you about this press conference. It's going to be a doozy, and get out the popcorn and get ready. We're going to have some fun here just a little bit. But I do think that he's going to confront Putin, and I think in that one-on-one meeting, I hope and I would expect the president to have told him, look, if you want to know something about cyber warfare, we know how to do cyber offensive operations in the United States, and you can get ready to have some of those. So I do think he's going to confront him. We hold a lot of cards, but what a difference a week makes, Stuart. A week ago, the Trump bashers were in hysterics. NATO was going to fall apart, and now you have the leader of the free world confronting the Russian bear from a position of strength, a stronger NATO that's spending more money, and a NATO, and what I'm about to tell you was buried on page D27 of most of the newspapers, a NATO that adopted a U.S.-led readiness initiative that will allow NATO to deploy 30 warships, 30 battalions, 30 aircraft squadrons within 30 days to confront Russian aggression. So this president is, I think, taking a play out of the old playbook of Kennedy, Nixon, and Reagan. Those were three presidents who understood that you deal with the Russian bear from strength, not weakness.
Now, you, from your position within the armed forces previously, you know that we, America, we are in a position to go after Russia with cyber warfare. You know this. Are we capable of hurting them if we wanted to? If we wanted to retaliate, if they get involved in the midterm elections in November, are we in a position to retaliate and hurt them?
We need to do more, but we can definitely plant what I call cyber booby traps. I talk about that in my book, The New Terrorism, How to Fight It and Defeat It. I mean, we should do more of those types of things. But, you know, this whole issue to me raises the question, why were the United States cyber defenses so vulnerable? Why had we not spent more on our cyber defensive capability over the last so many years? And this president has begun, I think, to address this. Last year he did a new presidential executive order focused on the cyber workforce of the future, which we need. I've said we probably only have about 30,000, no, we need about 30,000 true cyber experts in America to confront the worst type of cyber attack. We've only got about 1,500. We need cybersecurity scholarships. Let's train the best and brightest here at home in America.
I agree with the analysis that says Russia attacked our democracy. They went right after us. They tried to interfere in our elections. That was an attack on our democracy. Why shouldn't we go after them? Why shouldn't we retaliate? What's the argument for not doing it?
Amen. And I wish President Obama had done that back in September 2016 when he found out about it. But there are a number of things we need to bring up like this. Why did Russia have a Russian spy ship 20 miles in March off the coast of Georgia by our Kings Bay submarine base? We got a lot of issues to bring up with Putin. But I do think it's important to look for those areas where we can begin to find some kind of common ground to work on, fighting radical Islamic terrorism, dealing with Iran, and already we're beginning to see, and I would not be surprised to see something positive come out, that the beginning of an agreement to remove Iranian-backed forces from along the southern Syrian border by Israel. I would not be surprised. Putin and Netanyahu have met twice in the last month. And Stuart, last week, the former Iranian ambassador to the United Nations went after Russia and said and accused Russia of stabbing Iran in the back. So something's going on there.
Real fast, Van, we only got 20 seconds for you here, but we're just getting some details about this press conference. We understand that Vladimir Putin will speak first. Is there any significance to that whatsoever? 20 seconds, please.
You went out. Putin did what now?
He gets 20 seconds. Vladimir Putin speaks first at the press conference. Are you reading anything into that?
I like that. The man who came in last speaks last. That's right out of the Douglas MacArthur playbook.
Okay. Thanks very much, man. Good to see you again.